You know that feeling, when you sit down for just an hour and suddenly the sun's coming up. When every level gives you a rush, every drop, a small victory, every quest, another step towards something important. But there's one thing nobody ever tells you. MMOs aren't just games. They're the most precise behavioral control system ever created. And it didn't steal your time. It stole something far more valuable. Today, you'll find out what exactly. The average MMO player spends 22 hours per week in-game. That's more than a part-time job, over 5 years. That's 5,700 hours. Enough to become an expert in any profession, or launch a business, or learn 3 languages. But here's what's truly terrifying when you close the game. This progress transfers nowhere. Your level 80 character, your legendary armor, your guild reputation, it's all inside one closed system. The server shuts down, and it all disappears. You're not lazy. You just invested thousands of hours into a non-transferable asset. And this isn't an accident. This is mechanics that developers programmed deliberately. MMOs are reward loops on steroids. 3 mechanics that make them more powerful than real life. You never know exactly when you'll get the reward. Maybe the next mob will drop a legendary. Maybe in 100 mobs. Maybe right now this is called a variable ratio schedule. It's the same mechanic used in casinos. And your brain gets hooked on this harder than on predictable rewards because there's always a chance. Right now. The more you invest, the harder it is to leave. 1,000 hours into your character. Rare armor. A title that only 2% of players have. And your brain tells you, if I leave now, it was all for nothing. This is called sunk cost fallacy, and MMOs exploit this mercilessly. Because the more you have inside the system, the less willing you are to step outside. This isn't about you anymore, it's about others. The guild is waiting. Raid starts in 20 minutes, you're the only tank, and you can't let them down. Now it's not just a game, it's an obligation. MMOs do something no single-player game can. They turn your time into debt to other people, and that debt won't let you leave. Here's what's actually happening in MMOs. Progress is visible. The XP bar shows every step. Results are instant: kill a mob, get loot. Goals are clear: reach level 80, get the legendary sword. In reality, progress is invisible. You learn every day, but there's no bar. Results are delayed. You work for months and see no changes. Goals are vague. What does success even mean? And your brain chooses what gives her fast, clear rewards. Not because you're weak, but because the system in games is optimized for your biology. And the system in reality isn't. But there's one thing most players never understand. MMOs don't steal your time. They steal your tolerance for real progress. When you get drops, levels, achievements every day, your brain gets used to that pace. And when you step into reality, where results come after months, your brain says, this is too slow, this doesn't work. And you return to where everything works fast. This is called reward sensitivity recalibration. Your brain has recalibrated to digital rewards, and now real goals feel boring, not because they are boring, but because your reward system is broken. Here's what you need to understand. The problem isn't that you play MMOs. The problem is that you only play there. Gamer skills are real skills. You know how to analyze complex systems. You understand goals and optimization. You know what long-term strategy means. The question isn't whether you have skills. The question is which server you're using them on. Step 1. Create visible progress in reality. Your brain needs an XP bar. Give it 1. Track every day. Mark every small step. Not because it's childish, but because that's how your brain works. Step 2. Make rewards more frequent. Don't wait for the big result. Break the goal into micro levels. Each completed micro quest, that's dopamine. Just like in the game. Except now, it works for you outside. Step 3. Switch servers gradually. Don't quit cold turkey. That doesn't work. Start with partial learn 1 hour per day on a real quest. Then 2. Then 3. You're not quitting the game. You're just reallocating resources. And in 6 months, you'll be surprised how much progress you've made where it actually matters. MMOs aren't evil. They're a training ground. You learn to think strategically, understand systems, commit to long-term goals. There's only one problem: you're still playing on the tutorial server. The real game is harder, slower, no respawn. But the reward here is 1,000 times greater, because what you build here won't disappear when the server shuts down. You were never addicted. You were just playing on the wrong server. The real game is waiting. Play the right game.